Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Meg and Dave Untitled Podcast, episode 15. I'm your host, Megan, and as always with me is Dave.
How do you do? This time I actually remembered to unmute myself as soon as the show started.
Today's show is going to be pretty interesting to say at least because a lot of crazy stuff has happened in the past couple days. Obviously, I don't get into a Twitter fight with anybody, but in this case, the Twitter this needs to be talked about, and I just want to give a awareness. We are gonna have a little guest on the show because he was there when this all happened. So we're just gonna get to the point of just cover wrestling. Confession time. I did a little bit of a vice versa. Normally I don't watch SmackDown because when I go out I don't watch it, but I watched Raw. Excuse me, I didn't watch a full Raw. I was out helping my mom with something. Obviously, it was for the better, but Dave's just gonna do a recap on it.
Okay. Are we just going straight into it?
Yeah, just doing a recap because I don't watch the thing.
Okay, so might as well. For Raw, started with Triple H came out, the thing with Seth Rollins, basically saying, "Oh, you've got the title, so you're the man now." Said that there's going to be 2 triple threat matches, basically a mini tournament. 2 triple threat matches. The winner of those triple threat matches go against each other in the end of the night. Winner of that faces Rollins at Money in the Bank for Universal title. So as soon as he said that, we got a roll call. Everybody shows up. Small Joe, who finally showed up on Raw because he's no longer sick. Rey Mysterio, The Miz, Baron Corbin, AJ Styles, and Drew McIntyre. They all come out. They all claim that they should be the one to go for the title, and that's about it.
Wait a second. Who opened first?
I didn't say that. I didn't say the order. I just said there were the people there. It was Triple H and Rollins, and then everybody else came out.
Wait a second. I have to say it.
Oh, for God's sakes!
Fuck Seth Rollins. Okay. Continue.
You didn't have to. Like I was breezing through it. And it's like I just mentioned it once. You encouraged me to say it again, just so you can have the excuse to say that.
Because.
Don't say it again.
You know, fuck Seth Rollins.
Perfect example of Megan not listening to me.
No, because I don't like Seth Rollins, and I have to get that in.
I know, but it's like you don't need to say it again.
No, if I make a patch out of it, would you like to buy it?
No. That is as likely as me liking Finn the exact same ways you like him. Exact same ways. Let's leave it there. AJ Styles, Joe, and Mysterio. AJ Styles wins that. Basically, what was it? He did a Styles Clash to Ray, landing on top of Joe to win the match.
Okay.
I was kind of expecting a better response than that. Well. Naomi will go against Billie Kay. I was trying to remember if it's her first match on Raw. I'm trying to remember if she had one last week. I think she did. Don't remember. Anyway, Naomi wins that.
Yay, Naomi!
Hey. We had another creepy laughing doll thing again. Because build a mystique. The other triple threat match, The Miz versus Drew McIntyre versus Baron Corbin, and as has been brought up before, of all the options you could have to the big main event of the show to, see who will be the next challenger for Universal title. You got AJ Styles, good, against Baron Corbin. Okay. I think there's like a Mean Girls the meme going on. It's like stop trying to make Corbin a thing. It's never gonna be a thing or something like that. Yeah, don't make it happen. It's not gonna happen. Whatever. I mess up memes. Anyway, Corbin won, so it's gonna be AJ versus Corbin.
Okay.
Sami Zayn, basically his most obnoxious. Basically. I was gonna say he took Drew Gulag's gimmick, but he didn't. But he indulged everybody in a photo slideshow of this is all the stuff I did on my vacations. Look at me on this horse. This looks very interesting, doesn't it? Don't be falling asleep, but this is very interesting. Look at this. Hey, look, I was on a swing. Hey. Yep, you're interested in this, aren't you? Yeah. Look at the horse again. Look at it. Yeah. Anyway, but Sammy says he was on vacation and he was actually dreading it ending because he had to come back to WWE in front of all you fans. And he says that they should all take a trip to hell. Apparently, that actually now is his thing. He says, you all go to hell. Yeah, it works. Cedric Alexander against Cesaro. So, another random switch. Two superstars Jacob switch just happening here. And, I guess this means they broke out the bell. That's a bit sad about. Well, Sheamus is injured, but...
yeah, Sheamus is injured.
But it's a bit of a shame that that's basically the end of the tag team. But if this does mean that Cesaro can actually get a singles run, hopefully, because everybody's been asking that for last 10 years now. Mm-hmm. We'll see. I'm not putting my hope up though on that. Cesaro wins though.
Okay.
Then you had Usos had a promo, Revival interrupt them, and I guess that's it. Wait, did I miss something? No, I didn't.
Wait, you said Seth Rollins?
No, I said the Usos. The Usos and Revival. Jesus Christ. The War Raiders. Oh, sorry. The Viking Experience. The Viking Raiders. Oh, sorry. No, actually, that was right the first time. It's gonna be the War Experience next week, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, Viking Raiders against Lucha House Party. Raiders don't even wait; they just beat them down before the match starts. And now their shitty old tag team name is now their shitty new finisher name. So apparently they used they were called the Viking Experience last week. But now they're called the Viking Raiders. But don't worry, we can still use Viking Experience and stuff because that's the name of the finisher now. So I guess it can't completely let go.
Okay.
Anyway. Becky Lynch in the promo says some stuff. Lacey Evans comes out, says some stuff. And then we had Becky Lynch and Alicia Fox.
I just want to comment on this match real fast because it was a disaster.
I'm sorry. I saw a commentator online says that they were surprised that wrestling regret if you're wondering. They were surprised to see Alicia Fox back. Because of the whole she showed about how she was drunk and they got Anderson fired, so we're kind of surprised to see her back. And they said that this seemed to have been a test for Alicia Fox, and she failed.
she failed. I don't know what the hell Becky did.
Actually, I don't know what Becky did. I'm not putting the blame on Becky, but I'll just say this to show you just how not with it Alicia Fox is. She fell down after kicking her. Like, no, like she kicked Becky in the outside of the ring and she fell over. What's with the heavy breathing?
No, it's okay. I'm letting you talk.
Yeah, no, I was hearing you. Anyway, yeah, there were a good few sloppy moments, even including that, and also the end of the match. It was like, I don't know, were he trying to do like a hurricane or like a hurricane Rana spot or whatever like that, and Alicia Fox just like stopped when it looked like it was gonna be like a tombstone, and then just dropped, then just fell over or something like that.
That looked like a friggin' tombstone pile driver.
I don't think that was the intent. I think it was supposed to be one of those spinny things and all that, and then Alicia was like, "I'm just gonna stop you spinning," and then fall over the corner.
I understand WWE is desperate for the heel side, but this was just not the best match on the card.
No. Anyway, ended with Lynch making Lisa Fox tap out, and then Lacey Evans punches Roman's right to Becky twice, and yeah, there's your Raw challenger for Money in the Bank, officially, by the way. Actually, no, it was officially last week, but you know, exclamation point, I guess. Yeah. So.
And Megan's favorite moment on the show.
Because fuck Becky Lynch.
No, it's actually fuck Seth Rollins, but...
Yeah, Seth Rollins is higher in the hate totem pole, I guess.
Yeah, I would say F Becky Lynch if, well, she does something. She's not a serial cheater, PP shower, pick photo, yada yada scumbag like Seth Rollins.
Anyway, let's just stop at that because we don't want to. Yeah. Ricochet officially singles again because of something we'll show up later. Versus Robert Roode, he was finally able. People have been clamoring for Bobby Roode to go heel since he got called to the main roster. Now he's actually heel, and my God, Rick Rude will be proud of that mustache. As he was saying, that's a glorious mustache.
Oh my God!
Wow.
I the time for bed.
Huh? What?
I was like, I got long out when I saw that mustache.
He must grow the facial hair very quickly because that was just a space of 2 weeks. He must probably pump the testosterone or something like that. Damn. Yeah. It takes me about a week to get stubble.
Well, I have PCOS and it takes me about a day, so yeah.
I didn't want to have a go there, but I was trying to joke around with it, but okay. Rude wins at the end of the day. And then
first loss?
Huh? Yep. Yep, Rude glorious DDT, Ricochet loses.
Okay.
So I guess new gimmick over new superstar. Never mind. Then the big talking point of the week, of the night. Bray Wyatt shows up, and apparently he is now Mr. Rogers' demented brother.
Oh Jesus Christ!
The Firefly Funhouse.
Oh my God! The time I'm like, what the hell is the timeline going on? Going on with our timeline? What's the timeline? And I see Ella, who runs an effect carrier, says, "Stop sending me this poo."
Stop sending you the poo. What?
It's a
Yeah,
comment.
you're breaking up a little bit. I was saying.
It was the comment he did as an effect character. Stop sending me this poo.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So basically, Bray Wyatt came out and says like, "I'm not the I'm not the that old bad guy I used to be. Now I'm better, and look at me. I'm going to this. This is a representation of who I used to be. I'll chainsaw to say I'm no longer that guy. Watch. 2 weeks from now, he will revert back to what he was for the last 6 years. Watch.
I mean,
This is not. I do not see this sticking.
I've been reading that stockholders are getting upset about this.
Okay, maybe not 2 weeks, maybe 2 days.
Oh, jeez. It's interesting.
It's interesting, and that's why it's not gonna stick. Final thing: AJ versus Corbin. Everybody had a big sigh of relief. AJ wins. So AJ versus Rollins at Money in the Bank.
You know who I'm picking for Money in the Bank?
Don't fuck AJ Styles. Yeah, I know. SmackDown. Shane McMahon comes out. They're really hammering home the announcer must do the introduction very, 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 very well. Do a pass. Goes off by Roman Reigns saying that, you shouldn't attack my father last week. And basically says, what Roman did to Vince is like desecrating the American flag. Or desecrating Mount Rushmore. Okay. Fair enough. Orders Reigns to come into the ring. He does. They look like they're going to fight. And then Jeff Jarrett Jr. shows up.
Beefy.
What?
A beefy version of Jeff Jarrett Jr.
Alright. Yeah, so Elias shows up, beats down Reigns, and as you'll see later on in the night, looks like we have Roman Reigns versus Elias on Money in the Bank. Okay. Then Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods backstage basically says that Big O is now properly introduced into the New Day. Okay. Okay, let's get it out of the way. Finn Balor against unusually late shake-up change number 3. Andrade and Selena Vega are back on SmackDown. Apparently because of pressure by Fox. Because you must have a Latino person on SmackDown so we can put the show on Fox. The Portez.
But here's the thing. Another thing is
also that's yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to get into that.
Also, yeah. Also the backstage rumblings that the reports are saying Charlotte using her pull to get Andrade back on SmackDown.
And obviously that I don't know that.
We don't know if that's true or not, but it's questionable if it is.
Allegedly.
We're not saying it did happen.
But this match was more stiffer than the first one.
The good old potatoes.
Yeah, I didn't see the potato part.
Yeah.
To the face part, but Finn's coup de grace was probably one of the most hardest coup de grace I've seen in WWE, and someone said he did not look happy.
End of the match was Selena was trying to help Andrade, try to do a crossbody on Finn. Finn ducks. Andrade catches her. Drop kick, coup de grace. Finn wins.
And we actually have a suitable feud because Andrade was like, I'm gonna kill the mess of Finn Balor. And then Finn Balor was like, nah, bitch, get busy and start studying.
But it's a case of 50-50 booking again. Andrade wins when you're on Raw. Finn wins on SmackDown.
I have a feeling next week on SmackDown it's gonna be Roman and Finn versus Elias and Andrade.
And then that's the IC title match for Money in the Bank.
Well, we have a couple weeks to Money in the Bank. Am I correct?
I believe so.
I don't, unless Andrade goes in Money in the Bank, I don't know. Right now it stands Finn versus Andrade. I just hope Finn doesn't lose the Intercontinental title. His first pay-per-view of defending it.
Is that his first?
No, he actually.
No, he didn't. No, he. Oh no, he won it at WrestleMania, so it would be the first.
First, well, if you count Network Special.
Yeah, we've got 3 weeks. May 19th. Don't tell Kane.
Tell Kane that, because Kane might just come on and cost Finn. We don't want that. Or I'm gonna go ahead.
That did happen, didn't it?
What?
That did happen.
What happened?
Finn, Kane attacking Finn.
Yeah, I saw that live.
Anyway, Kairi Sane, who I also saw magically healed her arm after it basically breaking on NXT 6 days before.
Who?
No, it was the right, because they had Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane on NXT, and basically the write-off to write her off NXT.
Oh.
Yeah. Kairi Sane goal against Peyton Royce. Sane with the insane elbow for Peyton Royce to win. And a great look for your women's tag team champions, both of them losing on back-to-back nights. Ugh.
But the icons are funny.
Yeah, but like you have to give them a bit of credibility. And I know they're meant to be like silly heels, but like give them a little bit better.
I mean, just a little E-Fed shout out. I don't know who's gonna be listening here. Yeah, E-Feds, you can I've been an E-Fed for I retired in 2016. And, I'm allowed to talk E-Fed, so kiss my ass. I'm allowed to talk E-Fed. Anyway,
I see how you held back and then like immediately said, no, I'm not holding back anymore.
No, I'm going off here. I'm allowed to talk whatever I feel like talking about. And if people don't like it, tough shit. But anywho, the Iconics remind me but more obnoxious.
Reminds you of obnoxious? So you keep breaking up on it, sorry.
Yeah, of Fire and Ice, but more obnoxious.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
Mandy Rose and Sonya come out and stare daggers at Sane and Asuka. And sorry.
Why do I think Paige is going to turn on Carrie and Asuka?
Possible. Be stupid, but that's possible. Then after that, Jinder Mahal comes out. He's back on SmackDown.
Oh,
yay!
God. Keep 10,000 steps away from him.
Jinder Mahal's gonna go against Chad Gable before Chad Gable gets to the ring. A Wild Lars Sullivan appears.
A what? Who?
A Wild Lars Sullivan appears.
Okay.
Attacks the two of them. R-Truth tries to be the hero and save the day, but he gets destroyed too. During the night, Elias does a song and charges Roman Reigns. Right here, Roman Reigns accepts, so there's Money in the Bank for you. Shot of first segment. Basically saying she wants the title back because at WrestleMania was Ronda Rousey that lost her title and she didn't lose it. Becky comes out and says, "Why does it have to be you? Why can't it be somebody else? Like, you get out of the way so you can get people like Mickie James or Kairi Sane or Ember Moon, get them a shot at the title." Bayley comes out and he says, I can count the amount of times that you've beaten me, 0. Which I need somebody to check that. I think that might be true, I don't know. It leads to Bayley versus Charlotte in the match. Winner of that faces Becky I think it was at a future time. I don't think they specifically said at Money in the Bank, but it's at a future time.
No, it's at Money in the Bank. They confirmed it.
No, I mean before Becky said the thing after the match. I don't know, but anyway, no, it doesn't matter anyway. Charlotte wins. Everybody groans a bit because we're getting Becky and Charlotte again. Becky backstage and basically and just says she's gonna pull WWE at Money in the Bank, so you're gonna defend both titles on Money in the Bank. And as I said yesterday on a chat with Megan here, I am now both slightly more looking forward to Money in the Bank, but also now dreading watching Money in the Bank because two Becky Lynch matches, which means yay, I can see 2 Becky Lynch matches, but also I get to hear from her for 2 Becky Lynch matches, and she's not pleasant.
No, you just helped Finn Baby on the card.
I just said it's gonna be Finn versus Andrade probably at Money in the Bank. IC title. Yeah, there you go.
I'll cause a fire if he loses.
Get the fire department ready.
No, what people are saying, if Becky retains, they have a feeling the SmackDown star is going to cash in on Becky and then bring the title back to SmackDown.
I don't see that. If I like this will be a bit of a spoiler for my predictions. I think what happened is they'll have Becky go against Lacey Evans. They'll probably start the show with that. She beats Lacey. Then later on the night, Becky versus Charlotte. Lacey Evans comes out, calls Becky. Charlotte wins the title. There's SmackDown for you. Charlotte can go to SmackDown, be a 9-time champion, and rule SmackDown. And then Becky stays on Raw's Raw champion.
And Becky can win the SmackDown Women's Championship.
But you don't. But you like Charlotte though.
That is true. But her and I will have a good match. It would just change the competitive side.
You'll still curse her out. Kofi Kingston versus Nakamura.
Oh God.
And basically, the thing that if you were watching, basically the obvious thing that was going to happen if you were watching it, happened. Kevin Owens turns on Kofi and Xavier, and the powerbomb he does to people on the apron, it's weird. It's like the most sickening thing, but also the most delightful thing to see. I don't know what it is with that move. It's like every I see that, it's like, oh my God, that's so painful, but I love it. I don't know why. I think it's just going back to the time we heel turned on Sammy after he won the title. It was like that was a shocking heel turn. I don't know.
Yeah, I said watch he turn heel. Called it.
Yeah, like I said, you can't call it if it's blatantly obvious that was gonna happen. Like if they didn't do the New Day shtick again, like if it was just Kevin Owens again, it probably wouldn't have been so obvious. But the fact that they were continuing it, like they did it again this week, that pretty much made it more obvious that was gonna happen, and it happened. And now there's your WWE Championship match for Money in the Bank. So God is building up pretty nicely now, actually. So you got Roman Reigns versus Elias, you got Becky versus Lacey, you got Becky versus Charlotte, you've got Kofi versus Owens, you potentially could have Finn versus Andrade. Women's tag title is a bit uncertain, because you could pretty much have Fire and Desire in there, you could have Asuka and Kyrie in there, Naomi and somebody else maybe on for Raw. That's a question, but you got options there. So 3 weeks out, we've got a pretty stacked card already. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Jumping Jack Farm, Jumping Jack Farm, yep. So that's SmackDown.
Yep.
Yep. Anyway, so yeah, SmackDown.
Okay, so what's next on the thing?
Oh yeah, the little rundown you put down. Hang on, if I could find it. Here we go. Yes, you brought this up.
No, actually, somebody
you put it in here anyway.
Yeah, somebody brought it up to me because we talked a little briefly on it, and it seems like to be the hullabaloo going on right now on Twitter, and people are not happy about it. And someone outside of this was like, "Oh, what do you think about the lore thing?" All right, just a little this is like 3 weeks ago. Velvet, Sky, Angelina Love, and Mandy Leon formed a little stable called the Allure. People were mixed about it because there's a lot of fans of the beautiful people out there, which, quite frankly, I understandable. Fans of Mandy Leon. I understand that. I was starting to get familiar with Mandy Leon, and people were saying, were fine with Velvet and Angelina being back on screen, basically. But people were also upset because there's not a lot of fans of Angelina Love, Velvet Sky, for some reason. I do not know why to this day, and I always said it. And they felt like Ring of Honor was just sacred shit because they don't have the proper people to go against it. That's the vibe I'm getting out of it. And a lot of people are saying, if this was 2008, it would have been a whole different thing. Me personally, and I think I said it when it was mentioned, and I just want to recap it again. I don't want to be mean. That's the one thing. Because, Dave, I don't know what to say here.
Okay. Well, I was kind of looking at myself. Like, I probably have a bit of a different perspective of it, but I did have a quick look at like what happened at the G1 Super Show, and for like full disclosure, Velvet Sky fan here, and Mandy Leon fan to a lesser extent as well, and
Angelina
to a lesser extent.
But but both you and I are very cool with Velvet Sky.
Oh yeah.
With the whole animal thing, the Velvet pole. Matter of fact, I was looking back a couple of days ago, and I mentioned Dave. I don't know if he got when. Wow Candy Visuals, along with Velvet's old fan site, we all teamed up and we picked the color of Velvet's the hell's that called? Velvet's next photo shoot color scheme. I think it was pink and purple. Purple and blue, and the pink and black. It ended up being pink and black. As a matter of fact, it's on Wild Candy Visuals. We did a projected shoot here, so we actually put together a photo shoot.
Cool.
In a way, you remember that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're going back to this. It's like I can kind of see why people would not kind of want to see this. I don't think it's necessarily, well, maybe it is against the people, but I think it's like, I don't think people think, or at least Ring of Honor fans think, that the beautiful people shtick belongs in Ring of Honor.
Okay.
I think that's why. I think it's like, if it was Impact, it'd be okay because that's what he started and all that. But it's like in Ring of Honor, they've got like, I think, a more I guess, higher standard, I guess. So it's like, this kind of, Velvet and Angelina coming in, probably not ideal for, like, Ring of Honor fans, I guess, to some respect. But if you look at it in context, like, you're breathing, by the way, I can hear you breathing.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know. Okay, then the first goes. I don't know too much about the Ring of Honor product as a whole. Like I know like I caught the Super Show, so the Super Card, so I saw that. Great show. But as a whole, like in the weekly show, I don't know. But from what I've heard, their women's division isn't exactly that well established or well founded, or whatever the word is. Like they're not exactly in high regards, even though it's only like started recently. But what I think, if you kind of think of it in more of a kind of like an outreach perspective and all that, you're bringing in Velvet and Angelina that have that little bit of name recognition to booster the roster. I don't think Velvet's tied right now, but I think she'd probably more. Angelina, not so much, but I would think that this. Well, they're making a faction, and I think the one thing the factions that you usually do well is booster new talent that's put in it. You always like when you see a faction, you always see it's usually a big name to anchor the faction, but you get a new star spun out of it. Like Evolution, Triple H was a big name. You got Triple H and Ric Flair were the big names. Randy Orton and Batista spun out of it. DX, you had the big name in Shawn Michaels. Triple H, he spun out of it. And then you had, New Age Outlaw spun out of it. China spun out of it. You got names of that. Going back to Four Horsemen. Ric Flair, the big name. You got a lot of people that spun out of it. Wyndham, Arn Anderson, even Lex Luger at one point, Sting at one point. They all spun out of it. I think this will be a case of you've got Velvet and Angelina as the biggest names. Nanny the Young, her stock can rise with this. So, and also it's like the other thing that I think some people might not be too fond of about the allure, I guess you could say, is, well, it is a beautiful people stick, which is more, I guess, more show than I guess people are, I guess, accustomed to women's wrestling now. Like back 10 years ago, it was all show with no go, and now it's the other way around. And this is kind of like a halfway point. But even at the halfway, it's like people are like, no. So that might be another thing. I, for one, I don't mind it, because the sex appeal and all that. For me, this, okay, I might be wrong in this. That's fine. That's my opinion on this. And then it even goes to the whole diva argument as well beforehand. You shouldn't really completely shun sex appeal, because it sells. You can still use a little bit of it. Don't use it to the same degree that the Attitude Era was. Don't go that far. Like, don't bring Braun Pennies matches and all that. Don't bring that back. But you can still use it to a certain extent, like a layer to the whole picture, as long as it doesn't overshadow the actual in-ring work. This could be a good blend of that. But the thing is, if people get still a little bit uptight about that stuff, then well, fine. I'm not necessarily that kind, but I can understand why people are a little bit upset about that. I think if you look at it, like the whole picture, sorry if I'm rambling too much about this. If you look at the whole picture of this, I think it could work. Get new people looking in curiosity, build up a name to boost their stock, and if anything, it could be something that the Women of Honor roster could need a little bit of fresh air, or whatever the saying is, to build that up. So it's all a work in progress. I'll, like I said, I can understand some of the critics, but I can't. I'm not gonna completely shut this down. I'll give it a shot. I'll see how it goes.
So here's the thing. I had to let David clear some time. I understand why most of the IWC a little bit was upset because we've seen this. We've seen, I'm gonna say, 5 reunions out of the beautiful people, and they have the allure in Ring of Honor, and with Ring of Honor, as the state, I think the first woman, Sumi Sakai, I know they were having some type of tournament, and it happened last year. Not this WrestleMania, the past WrestleMania. I think it was when this all happened. Um, a lot of people felt that Ring of Honor was just over the place. They had no clue and everything.
Yeah, they're making a women's roster just for the hell of it.
Yeah, and obviously you have some wrestlers are not really big fans of some of the women there, and I understand that. I 100% understand it. So I do get the aggravation about what happens, what's going on with the fans and everything like that. Fans are upset. We've seen this before, but if this could also bring name recognition to Ring of Honor. Those two girls, Velvet, are the two big names I could think of who've not been in WWE. They didn't make the jump to TNA, WWE from TNA, or vice versa. So I can understand your point. Uh, this is worth a shot giving. I'm all for worth shot giving. I just think they need certain type of women, strong women that can actually go against Velvet, Mandy, and Angelina. I'm not gonna shit on them because it's too early to tell. They could be a big stable in Ring of Honor. I don't know, but fans, they just need to calm down for a little bit. There's fans of the beautiful people that I know of, and there's fans that could be not beautiful people, but you can't just hate one person because you don't like that person. I don't understand. I don't get the honestly. I don't get the hate. And like, what's going on here? I mean, if you don't like I said, if you don't like Velvet, you don't like Velvet. If you don't like Angelina, you don't like Angelina. I'm not going to sit around all day and say, oh, hey, screw you guys. I don't like you guys for a reason. I think you're yada, 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 yada. No, that's not me. And, I'm not going to do that. If you want to do that, go right ahead, be my guest. But, if something really, bad happens, then okay, then maybe you can change my mind. But, as Dave and I say, Velvet has been very good Dave and I in the past. I respect her with the whole animals, the Velvet Bowl, and so forth. But I don't get the unjustified hate.
I think it's like I don't know. I think the unjustified hate. I think it might just be because I don't think people. I think people see the whole pigeons things used to do before her actually being in the ring. Because like if you think of like of the beautiful people, you think Angelina's more the wrestler of the two probably because she was pushed more. Which if you actually look back at like what we were saying when the last Angelina push happened, we were a bit frustrated because we thought, give Vero this try. Why does Angelina have to always be the one? Give Vero some time and all that.
Well, in a way, Velvet did get some time post Angelina back to 2011. I think that
was but I'm talking about after.
Oh, in 2014, right?
Yeah. Like, Velvet did get some time, but compared to Angelina, it was like a day when Angelina got a month.
See, when Velvet's push happened in 2011, they actually invested in her character invested in Velvet, and then everything got screwed up with the whole Gail Kim thing.
Not the first time we've seen that happen, but let's not go there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'll give it a chance.
Just be calm, everyone. I don't know what could happen. I don't know what will go down. But there's thing is, if we get slack for what we're gonna say, I'm gonna leave it at that. If you don't want to respect my opinion, this is my opinion on this whole thing.
Hey, that's why we got this. This is our opinion. We're not necessarily gonna. Hey, I'm not gonna be one of those people that says you either agree with me or you're wrong. I'm not gonna be one of those people. I'm gonna be like, here, this is my opinion. You got a different opinion? Fine, that's totally fine. We can have different opinions. I'm not gonna stop you.
Yeah, we're not gonna stop you like, oh hey, you're not allowed to have this opinion or anything.
Yeah,
but
it's like everybody that listens to us must be sheep and must obey.
Yes, they must.
Oh god, that could. Oh my god, I just thought that could easily be turned into a bad pun.
Oh God,
Ugh. Anyway.
All right. So
on that note.
Now we're on the final part of the show. Apparently our special guest had a medical emergency, which is understandable. But I'm gonna cover this, and I'm gonna give a little nice message of to this person in particular. Sunday night, Easter. Minding my own business on Twitter like I always do. Apparently, my friend gets attacked, and obviously I jump in. I have to help, and I saw what happened. I said my say. Walk away. I come right back. Not even a second. Do not attack her friends. Scroll up, and I found out that I was attacked. And I was called a pig, and I shouldn't get the tweets that my friend got. This is where Dave's gonna have to put pepper spray, calm my ass down, and beat some ass. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, and I'm gonna speak behalf on the Megan and Dave podcast as well as Wow Candy Visuals, because that's us. We do not, I or the sites, do not tolerate sexual harassment, sexual assault, fat shaming, attacks on other people, discriminating remarks, and so forth. There's a long list. And apparently my friend Jeremy did get involved. He helped me out. And the guy is still doing the same shtick that I got him. I'm not going to mention you by name, sir. I'm going to say this as classy as I can and may throw little F words in here. So, Dave, can I have the floor?
You already got it.
Okay. First off, sir, who the hell gives you that right to go to my friend like that, say that stuff, and think you can get away with it? My friend said no. No means no. Whether you're male, woman, whatever creed you are, race, religion, sexual, whatever disability you have, or anything else, you back off. You kept on going and going and going until you got something out of it. You were sick in the head to begin with. How dare you stoop that low? Second, fat shaming me. When you attack me, you're playing with fire. I've heard many of those names in the past. I've struggled with weight problems for many years. And people like you have to bring others like that down. It's a damn shame that you have to go that far. Maybe I did not want that certain tweet. But if you did ever say that tweet to me, I would have kicked your ass and reported you for sexual harassment. But no, you made that decision of saying that to me. And I don't deserve it because I'm fat. Well, let me tell you something, dude. That already happened to me before with consent in my real life. Yeah, I've experienced that. I'm 28 years old. That happened when I was 25. There's a lot of people that do like people certain shapes and color. And let me tell you something, sir. Shapes and color do matter. We all come in different sizes. Whether you like it or not, you're going to have to learn that a plus size woman basically told you to back the F back. And you did. But you kept on going like the sick pervert you did. And when my who are against that nonsense you pulled, you blocked them like the little bitch you are. You're a coward. You're a suck. You're a disease to that society. As well as saying what you said to the big stars like Natalia, Mandy Leon, and other people. You just don't get it. And you play the victim, saying there's a lot of F-boys on Twitter when you're one of them. You say you're a nice, caring person when you have nothing but a deep black heart. How would you like it if someone say I'm walls and fondle them? You wouldn't like it at all. You would have got the same people. And how does it feel throwing those slurs around? And I apologize for anybody listening from what I'm going to say. But when you call people a bundle of sticks and try to bring them in anymore, that shows you one thing. You're nothing but a homophobe. And it's sickening how some of us cannot afford to see wrestlers. Meet them, say hello, greet their idols. But yet, you did. How would you like it if they heard what the stunts you did, sir? How would you like that, sir? You wouldn't like it at all. So I'm going to tell you what right now, dude. The final conclusion is this. You don't need to be on Twitter. You do not have to be near social media. What you need is psychological help. Because everyone got the screenshots of what you said. And if you dare try to sue, you ain't going to win. Screenshots don't lie. Come on, try to sue me. You're not going to win. You're lucky I'm giving you this publicity. Because this is the only publicity you will get. Because at the end of the day, you have a cold black heart. And normally I'm the one that has the cold black heart. But my heart's red. And my heart has love. And let me tell you right now, you could run into a little foxhole because you just got owned by a fat New Yorker who has a big heart, who suffers from PCOS, who cares about her friends, who's not afraid to back down. That's the only thing I have to say. Anything you want to add, Dave?
Damn. I got nothing. You already said everything. It's, so many much more we can say after that. We just end the show there.
That's the only thing I had to say. I feel like that's a promo right there. I just cut the biggest wrestling promo of my life. All right, guys. So why didn't I drop an F word?
Actually, how back on that?
No. I was calm, cool, collective. That's the only thing I want to say. I dare him to sue me because it ain't gonna work. All right, so that's it for our show. Thank you guys for listening. Tune in next week for episode 16 where I don't have to drag anyone. I'm Megan. That's Dave.
Yep.
See you later.
Bye bye.